Hello. Hi, everybody. How are you? Y'all don't even remind me. I'm always late, right? Late to the party. So tonight we're back. It's Saturday. And you know what we do every night, every weekend. I come and hang out with you guys. And we've been doing it for 2 years. Could you, can you even imagine? Can you imagine that? Hmm? Can you imagine that? I have been coming to you guys for the past 2 years. Literally, we just shy. Yeah, 3 years. Is it three? No, 2 years. 2 years. I'm sorry. 2 years we've been doing this, and um, sorry guys. I'm trying to get everybody to let everybody know that we're live, and tonight's topic is a little bit juicy, right? It's one of those one that I feel like I hear about it all the time, but I don't know if people really is about it, you know? Like everybody, even babies, kids, they want to be respected. It is like the universal thing, right? You guys, I am going to linked put the link in the comment section. Before we get started, there's two things I want to do tonight. I want to welcome our new followers and anybody who birthdays is in October. Just want to say happy birthday. Yay. I mean, all of y'all already know I don't play about my birthday, and yeah, you shouldn't play about your birthday either. So if it's your birth month, shout it to the mountain tap and say happy birthday. You guys, that's how cute. Always follow me. You know when you like crack the door open a little bit and then like all the mosquitoes like, oh yeah, there's people in here. Let me go in. But the way I went and did all this makeup, oh Lord, I feel like I'm wearing way too much makeup today. But it's okay. I was trying. It's a learning process. This girl is still learning how to do all these makeup things. I like being there with no makeup. So if it ain't look good, don't come for me. I can't here to be looking all good for you. I'm playing. But two things, well, three things. I want to welcome all of our new followers. We're now at 5.6. You guys, this social media thing, like you really have to be pushing and posting and to get yourself in the algorithm. But we're getting there. We're gonna get there. So y'all keep praying for us to get there. Okay. But yeah, great week it has been. An amazing week. A lot of amazing things are happening, and I'm super excited for that. But with that being said, tonight I really don't want to waste any time. I want us to jump into the topic. So let me just pin the link in the comment section so that way we can get started. I want you guys to share the show. Share it. And hi, welcome to Let's Talk on This Feed. My name is Felicia. I am your host. Super excited to be here with you guys again tonight. And hopefully, I'm here to learn from you. I'm here to share what I know. And if you're comfortable enough, you want to jump right up here with me, you're more than welcome to tap in the comment section and get the links and come right up here so we can discuss this topic. Tonight we're talking about marriage and respect. Like, what does that look like? It said marriage. Oh Lord, you guys. Hold on one second. I saw a typo right. I just I see a typo. So I'm always going to duplicate myself like everybody else always says. We're gonna make two of ourselves on here so I can edit. Okay. But yeah, bear with me. Yeah, bear with me. We're gonna jump into this topic real quick. Um, I'm going to enter the studio. Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's edit it. I gotta edit this. I just saw something because I know y'all gonna come for me. Maybe like, hey, no, I like it. I like when you guys call me out on my age. When you call me out on my age, it's good. It's good. It's all learning. It's all learning. Um, mm. So, anyways, welcome, 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 welcome. My name is Felicia. I'm your host. If you're new here, I just want to tell you all we talk about here is relationship, whether it be romantic, family, social, any type of relationship. We're interested in that. And if you're interested in that, there's a seat right here at this table for you. And we welcome you. I just want to say warm welcome. I should have brought my little mixer and just go, yeah, followers. Something I have thought about doing. So I'm on this blog that I really like reading the things that people go through because it helps me to feel like, okay, well, Felicia, you're not alone. Um, I think it's more relatable and I can relate with whatever people are going through and it's helpful. It's definitely helpful. So, but I want you guys to share the show. I have a lot of followers. I need y'all to get used to this program now and share the show. Invite people, tell them that Fifi is live and she is live. Maybe I can put it's almost like I can't use some of these hashtags and maybe I overuse it. Yeah, it's the only thing that pop up. But as always, we're gonna do our due diligence, and I'm going to share the show really quickly, so we can get started. I'm about to sound like all the content creators. Okay, one, please send us stars. Send me stars. Send me stars. Lucky stars. You guys, that's the only way you support this show to keep bringing you all the beautiful content and topics. I'm asking you to send me stars. You can send a 10-cent stars, 5 cents, 25 cents. Like, just send me stars. Okay? Send me stars. Also, subscribe. I told you guys by the end of the year, um, me and a co-host were actually working on something behind closed door that we cannot really disclose yet. And once you start to subscribe to our page, to this platform, those funds will be used for good cause. So please support us. I don't want to speak too fast on it yet because it's still in the planning part of it. We're still planning it. But please, please, please support us by sending us stars, subscribing. We are able to get all these perks now. You can actually click on it and it's only 99 cents. You buy coffee with this all the time. I mean, wouldn't you want to support your own needs fancy? It's be, just support me, do what you do and support us. Send us stars. I know I'm not really great at this thing where you sit online and be like, hey, send me stars, support the show. But definitely, this is how you support content creators by sending us stars, sending us subscribing to our page, and leaving some really great comments. So, sharing the show, also review our platform. It's been 2 years. Nobody reviewed us yet. I need you guys to go to my bio, hit on there. It's gonna say review. You can leave us literally. You can write whatever in there and leave us review. So don't forget. mm, Don't forget about your guru. Okay, okay. Send me review. With that being said, let's share the show and get started. I want to actually promote my little, I call him my son, his song. He shared it with me today. Shout out to Khalid. I think that's how you say it. Khalid. Who is here? Are you on stage? I can barely see you. Oh my gosh. Okay. He's here. Where is Anna? Welcome. Let me grab Anna because Anna suggested this topic and I need her to be here. So let's try to get her. Let's see if she's gonna come. But let's share the show, guys. Welcome, Jimmy. Welcome to the show. Um, it's just you and I. Ooh, why did you why did you get off stage? What did I press? Echo. What did I press? I pressed chocolate. I pressed chocolate. But the link is pinned in the comment section. If anybody would like to join, you're more than welcome to join us. I'm just sharing the show. I'm telling everybody, make sure you send a star because now Facebook have me doing this challenge where I have to get certain amount of challenge a week. I mean, stars a week and get how many people to subscribe. So please subscribe, 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 subscribe. Okay. Now I can sign out all the other content creators. Subscribe, send me stars. It feels so weird to do that. Subscribe, send me stars, support the show, support us, please, please. I get we're in a different zone now that every week I have certain things I need to post a week for for the page to stay, active and in view. So please support us. Okay, it's 99 cents. I didn't even make it a lot. I just wanted to make it 99 cents so it's easy for everybody to subscribe. I have about 5,600 people now. So, you guys, we keep a long way. Y'all need to push it. Y'all keep pushing it. Y'all keep sharing it, sharing it. I know I sound so silly, but share the show. Invite your friends. Tell them that we're live. So, um, while I'm sharing the show, Jimmy, what was something amazing somebody did for you this week? Or what did you do for somebody? What is something amazing you did for someone? And put you on the spot. She ain't do nothing for nobody. She on you, call Steve. Oh Lord. Why you mute? What is something it's been a while since we've done this. What is something amazing somebody did for you this week? Or what did you do for somebody this week? Share, 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 share. We can hear you. You can hear
What
me?
he says, I can hear you.
Well, you can't have me flower with me. What did I do to them man? Echo. Oh Lord. To be
I didn't say
stepchild,
you did.
how?
I didn't say you did anything.
To be stepchild, how? Che, how about we?
So I made who made stepchild?
You and I, you treating me like stepchild.
Man.
You treated me like stepchild.
So where the people that suggested the topic and what?
I sent you guys message though. I sent message saying I'm live. Maybe she putting her battalion to sleep. These kids be hard to deal with sometimes. But yeah, I'm sharing the show. So yeah, Jimmy, how was your week? Welcome.
Is it? As always.
They say I know, right? That's typical. Typical, typical. Hey, where am I? I don't know. I
So
even kind of grew to
where's your co-host? Where is
co-host.
Richard?
Actually, you guys, he was not feeling well this week. He did reach out to me yesterday. Um, I'm hoping
Where
to
is
see him
Richard?
on here. Huh? Richard, I sent Richard the link. Richard will get with us real quick. Richard said he's coming on. Oh, you like Richard? I like Richard. I think Richard is a really great balance on here. I like how vocal he is. Um, yeah,
Where is
Richard should come on. Hmm?
Riverside Pro? Where is LRB Eminent?
Oh, you may
Where is
anyway. I didn't want to say that I was sure. Let me share it with them. They need to show up. Where are they? Show up and show out. Show
where is
up and show.
Peterson?
Hmm?
Where is Peterson?
No, Peterson's schedule is very crazy. Anna is here already. So don't come for my girl. She's here.
She's always
Jimmy,
behind
what
the
were you
camera.
saying?
She's
Don't
always behind the
start.
camera.
Felicia, did you send Richard the link?
Yeah, I did. Maybe you should text him.
Oh, so Richard is your new friend now, huh?
Richard has always been our friend. It's just I never thought about the fact that he would like talking about controversial stuff.
Okay. I
Yeah.
will I will start
After
to
in my absence, you're killing me. You're dealing with me now. You're saying, "Oh, so Vita is not your friend. As if you care."
as of
Mm.
as of tomorrow I start searching for new friends.
And whoa, like
Thunder,
that.
thunder will strike you where you are if you say that.
I
Hey.
don't like to be I don't like to
The,
be friend with people who
the
are
thunder from my village
friend
will
of the
strike
people,
Jimmy.
friend of the people, friend by the people.
We're friends for the people, my dear. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
So
How are you, Jimmy?
Richard. Richard always been the only guy amongst all of us girls.
That is true. Coming to think of it.
I remember a picture. There's a picture we're on the beach. I think you just recently shared that with me, right? I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, we were so young. Man.
Jimmy is an
I,
embarrassing picture.
you don't want to see it, Jimmy. If you see me, I look at a baby.
Let's go.
I pray those pictures never ever end up on the internet. Oh my God, people will laugh. You're gonna laugh. Mm-mm. It's too embarrassing.
do you
But
not
yeah,
get tired?
huh?
Do you not get tired coming here always with camera off?
And now we need your camera. Your bestie have spoken.
Jimmy, I'm taking my kids a shower, so I'm a baby ma, so I don't come online all the time like that.
Why you have to wait after 9 o'clock taking kids to shower when you
Because
know
I had to
you
take
have
their
to
hair, undo their hair, cause the new week starts next week.
see we have to do some discussion behind our stage
I was
because
about to
I'm
tell
getting
you this is not the time for that, friend.
I,
Jimmy, I
I'm
thought
trying
I was your person. I thought I was
I'm
No,
your
trying to
because
be
person.
now you see Richard, he's mad.
I'm, I'm I'm trying to be nice here tonight.
I
Please
thought you
let
would
no
accommodate my situation.
Jimmy said it's been 2 years.
Stop.
until until
What?
Richard got introduced.
Oh, guys, let's get started. I see one person's watching. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the show. Tonight we're talking about a very interesting. I feel like this topic is a little. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like it's a little. It's based on individuals. Well, anyways, let's jump into it.
What is the
Um,
topic? What is
so tonight we're talking about marriage and respect. Marriage and respect. Why are you looking at me and laughing? I'm very respectful. Hey,
I see different thing written here on the banner.
you do? What does it say? What did you see? Oh, shoot, you guys. Hey, photo. I picked the wrong banner. You're sorry.
Well,
Yes,
it's a
sorry.
topic that I will be happy to discuss. But anyway,
Huh? No, no, no. We already discussed that. Let me put the right topic up. But welcome to the show tonight. We're diving into this very. I'm gonna duplicate myself, you guys. Don't mind me. I
okay,
have to do that.
please put the red banner up.
Yes, sir. Hey, hey. Let me do it quickly. Yeah, I picked the wrong. I apologize. Welcome to the show. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Let's Talk with Miss B. My name is Felicia. I'm your host. I'm live here with Jimmy and my girl Anna. Welcome, welcome. We come here every week, and Saturdays and Sunday we discuss all things sociable, anything controversial that is about family that you know people don't want to talk about. We are your table. You're welcome. The link is pinned in the comment section. We're not relationship expert, but we are here to share our thoughts and experiences with any given topics that we think we can discuss. So we just want to welcome you and say thank you for watching and sharing our show. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you feel blessed to give us stars, we're asking you to support our show. And then also, if you would like, you can subscribe to us. There are a lot of things we're working on that hasn't really been put out there yet, but we're asking you to support by subscribing to our page so that way when we do put those things out, you're one of the first people to be aware and knows what's going on with us, that we're not just coming here and talking to you for nothing. I see Richard. Welcome, Richard. But yeah, welcome to the show. Tonight we're talking about marriage and respect. Like, what does that really mean? We hear that a lot. Everybody says it. Everybody that I know, every guy's friends or men that I know talk about the key things that they want in a relationship or marriage is respect. But I feel like it's kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Respect is I don't know how to really describe it. I feel like it's on
It's
an
one of the
individual
main
level.
things they
Yeah.
complain about.
Right. People complain about it, but I want to say it's kind of like individualized. And tonight I just want us to dive into this topic and see. Good thing we have a very even number here. We have two ladies on the show, two guys. We get to the deep, deep, deep of this. But before we get started, let's just get to know our audience real quick. Um, our panelists, everybody that's up here, just say a brief hello, let people know who you are, and if you have a page, let them follow you. Let's build a community. Okay, go ahead. Jimmy, want to get started since you were here first?
No, I gave my right to the lady,
All
the
right, lady.
honorable.
The gentleman's giving you the floor to get started.
Hi guys, I'm Anna. I'm a La Belle Man on TikTok, so you're welcome to go there and follow me, and we can chat more. Thank you guys for joining the show today and listening.
Hold on, you said
And
you are
hi,
what on TikTok?
Bellman.
Can you spell that?
She'll share the name
B
and
E
we'll add it.
L L E space MERE on TikTok.
Okay.
So please follow me on TikTok.
You're
Can
gonna
you put
have
it
to
in
be
the,
putting your video up so they can see you and know how to
can you put
connect.
it can you put it in the group chat?
Now he wants to go see what you're doing on TikTok. Jimmy, I can't. Let's hear from Jimmy.
No, that Richard go. Wait,
Richard,
it said Richard or Richmond.
Richard.
Jimmy follows
Yeah.
Wait,
me.
wait, wait. Wait, Richard, you changed your name to Richmond. Yeah, his name, I guess, is Richmond. What's
I've
up?
been in
I
a
like
Richmond
it.
for the past two sections now.
I'm just noticing that I know him as Richard, so I keep calling him Richard.
Anyway, my name is Richard. Um, oh, yeah. Some know me as Ricky T, Ricardo, Ricky. Man, I go by different names. Some people even know me as Sam Loco. So
Hey.
I have multiple names. Heck yeah. I'm based in
Welcome,
Oklahoma.
welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. We're happy to have you on here. And then let's hear from the men that giving all everybody the floor.
Well, my name is Jimmy Kezul. I go by Brother Brooks on Facebook and JayKay on TikTok. I'm a
Ooh.
panelist. I'm a panelist on this show, and I'm always I always see this as an opportunity to share my knowledge with others, my opinion, on issues that matters to the community with people. Tonight is another night that I'm here and glad to be here. I want to welcome all of our viewers, those that will watch now, those that are watching now, those that will watch after the show. You are valued and we appreciate your followed. And we ask that you share the show with friends who, can also learn from our discussion tonight and always. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Welcome everybody. Welcome our new followers. If you've always been rocking with us, we say thank you for your continuous support. And those of you who are new here, we just want to say thank you for joining our community as we continue to grow and continue to share ideas and learn from each other. So tonight's topic is it's very I like it. So we all know that love gets, everything. Everybody when they're going to relationships, it's always about how much love keeps relationship together. That's what everybody preach about. But everybody mostly what I hear a lot out there is what's important to men is respect, and I just wanted to kind of like really understand what that looks like for us, for our parents, what did that look like? And then for us now, as a modern society, that love looks a little bit different for us. So I really want to understand like what does that how does that what does that mean for a generation like us? Like when I say, Gen Z, are we Gen Z? I guess I don't even know. I can keep up with it.
We're
But
millennials.
oh, millennia. Okay, and the Gen Z.
Help.
What does that look like for us? As we're, huh?
Help.
Yeah, I just want to understand. I just want us to, you know, does love really, is it really love that keeps the attention and keeps the relationship together? Or do we need more? Like, what does respect look like? So tonight, I just want us to, there's two things I want us to look at. how do couples show respect even when they're in disagreement, right? Um, how are modern relationship redefining what partnership means, like when in respect to in regards to respect. So I just want us to kind of like first, I want us to define what respect is, right? And then we can all, like in our own words, I don't want us to do like dictionary definition. Of course, everybody know what that is. But if you hear, if I was to hear somebody says, oh, sorry guys, I was trying to read a side comment here. um if as a man you're looking for you're having I'll just talk to the man. Let's hear from you. What does respect means to you? When you hear the whole thing about respect, what does that sound like and how does it feel? Like how would you define that when you're looking for a partner? Any of you guys, whoever wants to go first, or you guys want me to pick someone?
No, let Richmond go. I mean, he's a senior man in the room, so uh,
So Richmond, what does it means like when you how would you define respect in regards to marriage, relationship? Specifically we're discussing marriage, so I really want us to kind of like focus on that.
Okay. Well, for me, respect, like you said, sure, there is love there, but love is just love. Men really do not need much. We don't ask for much. All we just ask for is respect. And for me, respect is equivalent to respect my space. Give me that breathing room. Treat me like I am the man of the house. Make me feel like I am worth something. Don't belittle me. Give me that. Basically, I want to know that I am respected. I am valued. I want to know that at least I mean something. I deserve that ankole. I deserve that normal. That base. In other words, it's something that happens in relationships that a lot of times our wives might feel like they are respecting us by the way they talk, but it comes down to a person's tone. You can mean well, but your tone or the way you transfer the information can come out straight up disrespectful. And well, so to me, it practically means give me that acknowledgement, that right that is given to me by God to be the head of the home, to be the father of the home, because the same respect that a woman will give to God, well, it's still going to be kind of the same respect, but died down. That is what we, the men, expect. We just expect that a little bit died down from God, because after God the Father is we, the husbands, to lead the home. God leads the home, but God has assigned we as the fathers in the home, we as the husbands in the home to lead the home, to be responsible for ensuring that the home is there. So I need that acknowledgement, that respect, not being belittled.
So in other sense you're saying respect basically recognizing your authority.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's hear from you, Jimmy.
so definition.
Yeah, just trying to, like when you when people when like when you first see this topic, what comes to mind? How would you define that? What is really what's respect really is in a marriage? Like what is that?
In a marriage?
Hmm.
Well, respect in a marriage, or I would say in a relationship.
No, I
because
want us to stay focused because the topic is in respect to marriage. In regards to marriage, I'm sorry.
in regards to marriage, okay, we
Yeah.
will stay we will stay in our comfort. Um, you know, there are few words that defines what respect is. For example, politeness. To be polite to people, showing courtesy to people, showing consideration, being civilized, um, thoughtfulness, you know, or respect are all words that we can use to replace respect or to mean respect. In a marriage, it means a lot, not only to men, but to women as well. Respect means, um, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. You know, respect is the foundation that nurtures love and trust in a relationship. Couples who practice respect or couples who show respect for each other will always be happy, we stay together for eternity, we always value each other. In other words, respect is also showing value for each other because when you value something, you take care of it. When you value something, you show concern for it. Always. So many people think that love is the foundation for relationship. No, love is just, a love is the entrance, the entrance into a relationship. Okay. It's almost like you entering a school. You need that, pathway to get in, that entrance. Okay. So love is like the entrance into establishing a relationship. But then when a relationship has been established, what keeps the relationship is respect for each other. Okay. So in the marriage, couple who don't respect each other will likely not stay together. But couple who respect each other, value each other, addresses each other with politeness, you know, we stay together for eternity. To
Hmm.
conclude, a relationship built on respect is built on a solid foundation. Without respect, relationships will crumble. Thank you.
Hmm. Thank you. Thank you for that. Welcome, River says Pro. River says Pro said hi to you guys. Emmanuel Bengo, long time, haven't seen you. Hi, welcome. I hope all is well with you as well. And then River says Pro, the link is in the comment section. You're welcome to join us. But yeah, let's hear from Anna. Now we're gonna go to the women to kind of like just get it from a woman perspective. I think the guys did a really good job telling us what that means. But I want to hear from the lady, when you I'm gonna rephrase this a little bit for her because I want to hear it
No,
from a
no, no,
different
no,
angle.
no, 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 no. There's gender, equality here. There's
No,
no
no, no.
rephrase to anything.
There's
All
a
right?
way I want her to answer because I
No,
want to hear
no,
it from a
no.
woman perspective, right?
That's discrimination. That's
It's
discrimination.
not. It's not. It's the same
Not
question.
because
Just hear me out. Let me say it first. Just hear me out. Um, Anna, are you there? Just want to make sure Anna is there because y'all ready to jump down my throat. Jeez. It looks like Anna is a little tied up right now. So I will. The question I wanted to ask when women hear men, like like I told you guys, my guilty pleasure. I like to watch this Pop the Balloon dating show. Me and my we always watch this. And the all the questions that people always ask on it is they always talk about God fearing and they always talk about respect. As long as a woman respect me, that's all that matters. And then from a woman perspective, just want to understand firsthand, like when you hear a man say, "When I get married, I want all if my woman can respect me, then we're good." Like what is your initial reaction to that? What are they talking about? Because I feel like women understand it differently than how men are really saying it. I think they just say the word instead of really like laying out what that looks like. Somebody wants to join us. Please, I know we have a lot of people now. Nobody should come on this show. I should have too much. Hi, welcome to the show. Hello. Hello.
They might still be logging.
Oh, no, they're on stage. Somebody's name G is on. Hello? Welcome to Let's Talk. Okay. They're mute. I put them backstage because I don't know. You have to talk.
It might be that the person is using Google, because if you use a Google Chrome to try to access this, it will block your mic and video. That's why they have to switch to Edge to do it.
Yeah, that's why we were having all that. The person left. I don't know if it's a he or she. But I feel like a lot of people say respect, respect. It's kind of like a freaking. I'm sorry to say. I feel like it's just a word people use, and people don't really lay out what it really means. If 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 you really articulate like what respect is to you, individual, because I feel like it's an individual thing. If you're able to express, for example, if I was a man, right? I'm gonna pretend for a minute. If I was a man and I was getting married, and respect is one of the top value for me, for my woman, I will lay out what that looks like explaining one. What I consider respect is when I speak, it carries volume, which means if I enter the house and there's something you're doing and you know it's wrong, it's something I don't like, and I say something about it, you can recognize that I don't like it, and we can have a discussion later, but you will stop that. Like that authority over the home, not fear, but like that authority that, oh, if I brought this to my husband attention and he's able to talk to me, um, like I know he has best interest for me. If he says no, he means well and not resonate with me. Or if he says, we're not, I don't want you to work at this certain job. It's not something where I'm questioning and saying, why? Well, I want to do it. Why can't I work there? I understand, like when he says X, Y, and Z, like I don't think this is great for you, and I want you to let that go. Like you understand the power and authority that that person holds. So that's why I feel like that's where a lot of men are lacking. And I really feel like that's where a lot of relationship are really struggling because people are not really articulating what they really mean when they're saying certain things. So when you tell somebody respect, it's like, okay, well, I can listen to you or I allow you to speak. Then now I can tell you what I want to say. Or do they understand like there are certain conversation you just don't discuss with your partner and then you discuss it out there, right? There are certain things you do in your home, like your finance or your intimacy and all of those. You don't discuss that with somebody else outside. To me, those are like the type of things that are respect, and you consider whatever they say about that, whatever your finances, things you're doing, you're reporting things to them. Gen Z might think you're being too controlling because of how this society is, and that's what I want us to kind of like look at. When I say I wanted to rephrase it, for me, when I was deciding or when I saw my partner and I say, yeah, I think we can work together and I want us to be together and get married and have children. Like there was something that at that time, like you're looking at and you're like, well, I can listen to you as a woman. I can trust you. Like rich, I'm calling you Richard. I'm so
You're
like
fine.
rich man. I'll call you rich man. Like Richmond said, because that's what you want to be called. Like Richmond said, like I am designed by God to have authority over you, right? And that is the order of the home. But if the woman cannot see that in you as the husband, how do they have that respect? And I think that's where a lot of relationships have issue. So from what I just said, everybody define what respect is to them. I'm not a man to define what that, but if I was looking at it, I would say respect is something like along the line with Richard. Like I understand and I believe in you that you have authority over the home. So it's not that doesn't mean like you're going to like lead me in the wrong way and I can't tell you. I know how to speak it out to you for you to understand, but I can still tell you and say, hey, honey, well, I understand you are going to make this decision, but from the look of it, here is X, Y, and Z that I think instead of just, blabbing everything out and saying, well, I think speaking ill will about your partner is also another sign of disrespect to that partner and not respecting the covenant and the authority. I think once a woman recognizes that a man has authority, then it's easier for that to fall in line. I'll leave it right there. River Pro is asking for the link. I thought I pinned it. Um, so before I do this other link, let me just ask this other question. I want it to be kind of like conversational for us to make it like more, for it to flow. So you already expressed what in general you feel like um, respect is. Let's just paint a picture. You walked in a room. There's there's two of you right now. So there's two women sitting, and it's like they're telling you one of these women has to be your wife. And what are those value that you look for you to kind of like understand that this woman would be able to respect the authority that's been embedded in me from God for me to lead this home? How would you do that, like to choose your partner, and what are some things that you would say in a relationship that that person would do that would drive the relationship out? Who's that?
For me, if I were to really be sitting in a room and you say one of them is gonna be my wife, I'm literally just gonna sit down in the corner and then I'm gonna watch how you act with your friends versus how you will act with the elders in the room versus how you will act with the commoners in the room, and that's gonna tell me how far you're gonna go. Are you gonna be respectful? If you're respectful to them, the way you carry yourself will basically tell me from the get-go, because I cannot really tell if you're very respectful right away, because that's just one gathering. It's gonna take a little while for me to at least get to understand. That's the reason why they always say take the opportunity to get to know the person about give or take 2 to 3 months courting should be enough for you to be able to tell if that person is actually going to be respectful, and then you see how they respond to you. Do they pick things at the right time? If you spark a conversation, how exactly are they going to react to that conversation? Are they going to be bossy? Because we rest assured, if I see a bossy lady, I'm literally going to walk away, because that means you're not somebody that can be submissive, because God literally expects the wife to be submissive to the husband. But no matter what, a man, the way a man takes his mindset, the way he thinks, if he's communicating with you, a woman is supposed to be that special warmth, like that one that is supposed to be able to pretty much quench the heat. That is what we consider the spouse to be. But a lot of times, women might consider it to be disrespectful when the man literally just sits down there. You start to blah, blah, blah. You're talking, 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 and eventually he just keeps quiet and just keeps on staring and staring and staring. He's doing that because if he says something, he's going to end up hurting you. Our words are very, very strong. A man's word, when we pretty much have enough, things end up going completely out of control. So it's easier for the man to pretty much just keep quiet and let you will talk till thy kingdom come till you become frustrated. And then you will feel like, because they always say silence is the best answer for a fool. Well, unfortunately, I'm sorry. We're not trying to say you're a fool, but at that point, you're making yourself seem like one. So I would literally look in that event. I'll just sit down there. I'll ask 1 or 2 questions. I will look. But if you now start to do all that shenanigans, which our Gen Z people like to do nowadays, that as soon as they hit one hot song on the dance floor, boom, you are shaking what your mama gave you in the center floor, then I'm sorry, you're not, that is straight up disrespectful. I will turn around and bounce to the next one because I don't have time for that. That means if you're going to do that, then I wonder what you do next. Because you are pretty much an image of your husband. If you are doing all those shenanigans out there and you're not carrying yourself properly, well, unfortunately, you've just made your husband look like a Mr. Nobody that doesn't know how to control his husband, control his wife. And from that point, that is also disrespectful right there. So if you respect yourself, you carry yourself like a decent, responsible woman, and the man sees that, that will be part of what will attract him to you to begin with. Just seeing you behave responsibly, then you know that, okay, he knows fully well that if he steps out to go and handle 1 or 2 things, his wife will be able to hold the fort till he comes back. And then he knows that nothing will go astray. If she's there blabbing, like a lot of our Gen Zs and Gen A's and Alphas and B's and whatever they are, they'll be sitting down there, chit-chatting, gossiping here and there, talking about this one, that one. Nowadays, women they'll be calling themselves that they are looking for respect, but yet they are looking for a man that is wearing his pants. His pants is showing all the way, and then he's wearing a necklace, looking like all fancy, but yet he's Mr. Nobody. Shishi, not in his pocket. He doesn't even have respect for himself, and he will not even have respect for the woman. But yet, that is what our fellow women are going for. I'm sorry, but to me, I'm a military brat, so my mindset is completely different. I will look at you and look for that mindset. If I don't see it, well, I'm off. That's me.
Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Let's welcome to the show, River Pro.
Hey, how you
Um,
doing?
we're good. Long time, man.
Yeah, I
What's
know.
up, bro? Please, you have not been here for century. Please come on camera.
River Pro were here last
Look at
week. What are you
trouble in
talking about?
Steve. Please tell that man who was holding down the line when all of them disappeared. He and the Andrew and everybody. You will leave our sister up there, and I will come from work. I say, you know what? She can be isolated. I will join the show. Now you don't want talking over there, Jimmy. I
She,
beg you.
she isolated herself.
Oh, that's G's.
But yeah, the
No,
topic
don't hold back attitude.
is the topic is great. Let me just start from the beginning, and I hope I'm on track with it. Yeah, for me, respect is, I would define it as mutual understanding. As you know, it's specific to the topic. A mutual understanding in marriage or marriages. But I have a whole different view of, and I made several comments on that. I think
Yeah.
yeah, I think that word fee it being like overused, it being overplayed, it being overemphasized. You know, like the brother that mentioned that and there's something he said about when we men we say that there are times I think women overuse the word fee. Like I would be sitting down and watching my game, my soccer game. Sometimes I just don't want to be bothered with other things. But what if you would see it as disrespect? Oh, I'm talking to you, you don't want to talk. So I think, yeah, even there are things that and we men and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that women don't men don't complain about disrespect, but most of the complaints come from women, you know, and there are
Mm.
some things, and we men, like you said in your statement fee, is yeah, we understand. Women, we have to, you know, we have shared responsibilities, but there are some things that we as men, and for me, I'm a traditional, you know, grew up, you know, back in Liberia. I know your American ass fee, so it's kind of different. But growing up, bro, we used to. There are things that we men we do. It's not to say we disrespect the woman though, but there are things that men we feel we should take responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like there are things that we should do to give you a surprise. But every time we want to surprise me, oh, yeah, why you do that thing behind me for? I was, you know, I'm doing, yeah, I'm doing it for the benefit of the home. So this guy they call Deion Sanders. I don't know if you know. He used to play football, but he a coach now. He coached one of those college football team. So he just had a cancer. I think it was a pancreatic cancer, something. But
I think I heard about that. I
yeah,
think I heard. I saw that somewhere.
all along he hated from his wife because for him, he didn't, you know, he a strong guy. He used to be a tough player. Anybody who know deals, and he wanted that. Well, he's still you know, he one of those muffy guys. I mean, you know, those football player when they catch the ball, they go right in front of up on their face, and you know, but he a tough guy. So when you know when he was diagnosed with the cancer, you know, he was going through the treatment. He did not let his wife know. He did not let his family know. But then I saw in the comment section, oh, what kind of disrespect is that? But he was doing it because he didn't want his wife to go through that grief, you know, that grief. He wanted her to live a normal life. But then there are other women I saw honored because you know I was reading this one thing that he came up strong, went to the and oh, there was a whole load of backlash from these women. That's disrespect and why he got to hide it from. So that's why I think a lot of women, I understand, yeah, we need to respect the women in a lot of aspects, mutually beneficial in the home. But I believe that word is so overplayed, so overemphasized that it is bringing a lot of problem in a lot of relationship because you go somewhere, oh, the man he respect me, and sometimes they don't even get specific, and sometimes when you tell somebody the thing that we don't respect them for people like what? I mean, like for me, I'm a old school try. You know, I came out here like bro, I be like, hey, you get weird. I mean, what's wrong with that? You know, so that's just my understanding. Yeah, respect is it should be mutual, but then I think there are times that women overplay it, and we as men, I think there are some things we should do that we don't necessarily need to tell you. I know you got a different view of it, but seriously,
Mm,
yeah.
thank you for that. Thank you. Let's hear from Jimmy, and then you will hear from me.
Definitely, I know.
Go ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. No, I agree with you about some of those things, but towards the end, I have my own. Go ahead, Jimmy. Welcome back, Anna.
All right. I think the topic tonight
Hi
is
guys.
very.
Hey,
Oh,
yeah, hi Anna.
okay.
Hi
Let Anna go.
investors pro.
Hey,
Let Anna go.
how
I'll
you doing,
come
Anna?
back. I will
I'm
come
All
good.
back.
right, since Anna is back, let me rephrase this question for her.
Okay.
Why you always rephrasing as soon as it comes
I'll
to?
tell you what I was gonna ask her from a woman's perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you hear the word respect in marriage, and then when you hear from a man that's This is all we hear, right? A man want a
Mm-hmm.
woman that's respectful, she's feminine and available and can take care of the home and do X, Y, and Z, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that sound like to you when you like? Let's just look at it from a traditional standpoint, because that's where I want us, not the modern side of it, because we'll discuss that later. But as a millennial, right? What does that sound like to you when you first hear that? Like, what is your initial reaction to that?
Okay, so when I think of respect, right,
Mhm.
in marriage, I think more of like submission, being submissive to your husband, more of like listen to him, be there, support him, those kinds of things, like being understanding your role as a wife, that you're not just a wife, but you're also someone that he leads, right? So just knowing your role as a wife, understanding that, oh, you don't talk over your husband, like, but the but is there. The but is, I feel like in modern society, a lot of times, things have changed. Back in the day, raising children and family values were a community type thing, like women had, like, if they had farm work or agricultural things or duties as housewives, that other women would come and assist them, right? In today's society, women have to clean, they have to cook, they have to satisfy their husband sexually, they have to
I love that part.
go to work. They have to go to work. They have to, of course, you will like that part. They go to work. They cook. They clean. They wear a lot of hats. Okay, and I feel like sometimes the men don't take that initiative to say, let me help to support my wife, and because of all the other roles and hats that she wears, to them it's like they're going out of their role as men, right? So all of these things come in place when it comes to respect, in the sense that men nowadays want a woman to just say yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, without objecting to anything that they say that contradicts what a partnership should look like. I don't know if I'm making sense. So let me come again in a different angle, from a different angle. Like, a man will expect you to go to work, clean, cook, take care of the kids, put them to bed, then come back, and then he'll tell you, go and pound fufu for me and bring. I need to eat. And they expect you to just say, yes, sir. When you've worked your butt off with all these other things, you've gone to work like him, you've taken care of the kids, you've put them to bed. Instead of him saying, oh, baby, you're putting the kids to sleep, let me wash the dishes. You know, none of that. But when you turn and say, man, I'm tired, they say you're being disrespectful. Or they say, can't you go get, can you not go get the food yourself? Can you please go get the food yourself? It's like you're or when you're cleaning or taking care of the kids, and he sees you needing assistance, he wants you to say, please, can you help me take care of the kids, or can you help me dress the kids while I shower them? Like, it shouldn't be a favor that someone is asking you to take care of your kids. It should be a support. It should be a the reason why people get married is to alleviate some of that pain, alleviate some of that burden. But when a woman says those things, like, it should, like, why do I have to say please? It comes off that you're disrespecting them, Like, whereas that's a responsibility. We both took part in the activity. Now it's like I have to beg you to do things that is supposed to be part of your role. Like, so those are things I feel like respect in this society is taken out of context, and a lot of our parents are the ones that caused this thing. They made up they raised young men to think that young men can't help their wives, so take care of their own, take part in household activities to alleviate some of the stress from their spouse.
Right.
That's my take on it.
I don't think I
So,
will agree with you on that one. I'm sorry, but me, I don't think I will agree with that. Mm-mm. That is not it. Because I watched a show because I'm one person, right? That when something starts to happen, I like to always go and try to. I will be watching all these reels, and in that one show, there's one marriage expert lady. She stated that you shouldn't expect that your husband can read your mind. Yes, he comes back, he's tired. But here's the thing, the way you communicate it to your husband matters. Because
I
if you
agree.
tell your husband, honey, please, do you mind helping me out with this? It depends on, because one, he doesn't know if you want him to get it done that very moment or if you want him to do it later. But a woman, when she sees that, she will already start reacting within a twinkle of an eye. Men, our
So,
brains are wired differently. A woman has to be very, very clear on what she wants. That magical word, please, is not a crime. You saying please is something that sweetens the man's heart. Because
I
at
hope
least
you do
he'll
the
be
same.
willing to do it.
I hope you do the same when you're saying you're asking her to do
Of
something.
course, if I want something
so
to be done, even to my children self, on a normal basis, I could tell my children, hey, go and do this. But no, do I do that? I will not do that. Instead, I will add the word, please, can you go take care of this for me? Or please, can you go take care of that for me? Because at the end of the day, it's me giving them the respect that they deserve. So that way, they will be willing to do it. But a
so
wife, when it comes to telling the husband that, is the opposite.
okay. So, Richard, what I'm trying to understand, because I'm understanding two different things. I think Anna's perspective is why should there be pleas? Like, is it a way? And I agree with you. I don't think people are mind reader. And I watched this episode of Divorce Court where Josh Lynn told her literally that's I hope to meet that lady one day. I feel like I've learned a lot from her when it comes to relationship, and she discussed how when she got married, it was a blended family. It was really difficult because the way she was communicating her needs, right? But I think Anna issue here is, or her point is, why is it that I can look at you as a woman, right? And know that you need the assistant in that moment and take care of it, right? And not wait for you to tell me, please help me. But in this example, and I hope she gets back on so I'm clear with what she was saying. In this example, a woman is cooking, kids are running around. I think she painted a picture, right? Kids are all over, and why should there be a please can you help the kids? Why is there not? Because a partner or marriage is like a teamwork, especially if we're looking at it from the scope of modern society, right? Of course everybody has the role. I am a traditional Christian woman, so I believe that every person has their role and their domain in the home, and that's their office and they need to take care of it. And I think women are nurturer, right? But I think the point that she was trying to make, and I don't want to speak for her, she's back on, is that why is it that this is our children, right? In this society, you're supposed to provide, protect, and take care of, lead the home, right? But now the roles are shared, right? My domain is to nurture, take care of the home and whatsoever. But now I have to work and do to make sure that you don't feel the pressure of modern society. But when I come back home, when I take that hat off to assist, now I have to wear the hats at home, but I still have to tell you, please, can you help? Is it, like, Anna, am I making sense? I don't know. We gotta
Yes,
get,
you are. Yes, you are.
yeah,
You're speaking exactly.
But
yeah. And
Jim,
I think that's where she's coming from, you
Jim,
know.
yeah,
My dear,
Jim,
the word please is not
Jim,
hard. It's a very, very sweet word that sweetens a man's heart. The word please, it's not as if the man couldn't have decided that he wanted to help. If I see my children running around, I take it as they are just doing their normal stretching and here and there. I want them to be active. But yes, a woman
So,
will get stressed from that.
so let me ask
But
a question. What
me
if
too,
he doesn't
I'm
say
a
please?
child now. So I will be acting like the children too.
So what if he doesn't say please?
So let's Anna
No,
just ask a question. Go ahead,
So
Anna.
what if he doesn't say please?
even without the please, there is a certain tone. The tone that you will use to say it is what you will use to determine if she
No,
is
no, I'm
using,
saying what if
because
it
she
was
can
the
say please in a different way. She doesn't
what if
have
it
to
was
verbally say please.
Uh,
She can do that sweet
that,
hugging or kissing. Honey, can you take care of this for me?
You sound like my
You know
brother.
I
Oh my
love you.
I
You are
think,
the sweeter of my sweet and the heart of my heart. You know, just give him that shiki thing for him to, wiggle all the place. That's how you will say please as well. It doesn't have to be
I think,
verbal.
I think. Let me. I know Jimmy will come in, but I gotta. I know. Anna said something about and from what she said from the beginning. I pick up a a key point she made, and I'm not sure if that is kind of like more accurate in terms of the parenting. She said
Yeah.
that it was the fault of our parents, especially with the
Yes.
boys, that they
Yes.
don't help. And I think for me, I would want to. I don't know. I want to disagree as far as the if the parental thing. I think it's more genetic for me as a man, and maybe it's just me, but that's something I noticed. Men are not wired for certain things. Like even in my house, my boys' children, they know, they see, but there's a difference between the dishes being dirty and boys going. Boys don't have that instant thing to go wash the dishes for some reason.
but
Like
they
when
have
I grew
instincts
up,
to
when
eat
when
and leave the dish in the sink.
yeah, when I grew up, Anna, we used to take turn. Me and my brother, he watched. We did it week. He watched this week. I watched. So we grew up. But even at that, for some reason, I came to the United States, and I'm guilty. I'm one of those people when I finish eating. I don't. I mean, I do it like sometimes when I come from work and it's a complete mess. But it doesn't come naturally to me. Like it will come to my daughters. It will come to wifey. It will come to girls' children. There are some things. So when you say, why can't he do it when? Because he's just not wired for that kind of thing. How often a man would say, "Oh, let me go watch the teacher." I mean, it's like a nursing home, guys. Before Jimmy coming, that's one thing I noticed when I work in a lot of the male or a lot of the female nurses, a lot of the female clients, or even male and female clients, a lot of them don't like male caregiver.
Mm-hmm.
And one time I asked the nurse, she said because when you look at it logically or hereditarily, women are the one that take care of us.
Yeah.
Whether you man, your mom, change your diapers. People not used to. I know they got single father, but it's not conventional. That's why you see when you go to the nursing home, they got few men because our workplaces where some of those women they want men to take care of them. Even they
Oh
got
yeah.
men, yeah, they got men who don't want men caregiver because it comes naturally to women that women are caregiver. I don't care you can be a nurse can be 15 years old. You will still see her as your mother because your mother changed your diaper, your mother wept you, everything. So there are some things I think that men are not wired to do. So we won't really ask because we like sometimes we want to, but it doesn't come naturally. That's my point. It doesn't. It's not that we being mean or we don't want to help, but it just doesn't come naturally. Like, oh, let me change the baby diaper. I mean, yeah, men does that, but guys, tell me, how many men do would say, oh, let me change the baby diaper? No, because it just doesn't come natural. That's what I think. I don't think it has to do with parents because even people children come to the United States. Some of us that learn it from Africa used to watch DJ. We come here, we abandon it. So I don't think it's parental thing. I think it's just generic for us men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Jimmy. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for that. Let's hear from Jimmy. Thank you for being so kind and gracious and letting everybody, air it out. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay. Okay. I think everybody is making their point, but I just want to stress on the value of respect. You see, we men see respect as love.
Hmm. Oh, okay.
You can love a man if you don't respect him. That man doesn't believe that you love him. You can buy him car, ship, airplane. My other African brother say aeroplane. You know, as long as you do not show a man respect, you will lose that man to a woman who doesn't, who cannot afford even a bicycle. That's something that every woman should know. You see, God sees obedience as a form of worship to him. Men see respect as a form of love to him. If you don't respect a man, your love will die in your heart because that man will not feel it. And also to a woman in a relationship, in the marriage, God stress two things. He said, husband, love your wife. Woman, submit to your husband. Now,
Own husband.
submission is respect. But now in this day and age, people see submission as controlling. A
Yeah.
woman, women now feels like, women now feel like when they are submissive or when they become submissive, that means they are being controlled. They are being enslaved. And that is a problem in relationship, in marriage. Now, kind words turn away wrath. That's what the Bible says in the book of Proverbs. To say somebody, can you please, to say to somebody, can you please help me? Or would you mind? And another phrase that replace please is would you mind helping me with this? Okay? Instead of just saying, oh, come wash the dishes. I'm here doing all the things, and all you do is sit over there and watch football game. Can't help me wash the dishes. Madam, you are speaking to your husband.
Mm.
You're not speaking to your son. You can't talk to your father like that. Your husband is your father. When I say father, it means those things that your father did for you when you were born up to the time that your husband married you. He has taken that responsibility now. So he's playing a role as a father over you. And also the husband, when you marry a woman, everything your mother did for you, you suck her breast, she changed your diaper, she did this, she did that. The day you married that woman, she has taken over that responsibility too. So you should also consider her as you consider your mother. So when couple understand the value of respect, their relationship will go on smooth. Will go on smooth. Now, obedience, the Bible says in the book of James, is better than sacrifice. You see? So you can make all the sacrifice for the relationship. For example, you paying, you helping with, you working extra hours to take care of the home, you having sleepless night because you got to clean up, you have to do this. Those are sacrifices you are making. But if you do not obey your husband, you don't have a home. And as a husband, if you also do not show love, compassion, concern, care to your wife, what you have is a house and not a home. Women are multipliers. When you give them respect, they give you back respect. They will multiply that respect and put it back to you. Give them trouble. Give them one trouble. They will multiply that trouble times 100, times 200, and give it right back to you.
Hmm.
The way you say good morning to somebody, they can feel insulted. The way you say I'm sorry, it can cause more trouble. You see, the Gen Z, the YZ,
It makes
and
me mad.
all the Z's, this generation and the next generation to come must sit on the mat that we will apply today. We who are here now, we must sit on the mat that our parents plotted. And because we are missing that mark, we are setting, we are plotting our own mat, forgetting the mat that our forefathers, our fathers, plotted, is what causing us most of the divorces. You see, women now think that submission should not be part of it. It should not be, in a relationship. No. Why should I submit to you? When we bring in, when we working, when I work 40 hours, you work 40 hours. Why should I submit to you?
Right.
Income driven relationship or marriages are always in crisis. And also a man who thinks because God said he is the head of the home, that means he exercises authority. That man is wrong.
Huh?
Okay, you are the hair, but she is the neck. So without the neck, where does the hair sit?
It brings.
Male power in top of no neck. It's the many hair of the whole neck. You talking? Where neck coming from?
Jimmy, I want, I
Neck
want,
is
I want
about
you to ask
skin.
Jimmy a little bit. Jimmy gave us some real powerful words, and
But
you know
let me
what? If
end,
I'm
Fee.
being honest, he got me a little bit thinking about myself.
Let me end, Fee. Let me end.
Go
Res-
ahead, go ahead. I have some follow
respect,
up questions for you.
respect in a relationship promotes communication. It enhances emotional well-being, and it also increases intimacy, the need for intimacy in a relationship. You can't be disrespectful to each other, and then when you're conjugating, that communication aspect are supposed to be in, you know, that kind of friendliness that's supposed to be in to make it more impactful.
Hmm. Ouch. Jimmy will
When it is
finish
taken,
our answer
when
next.
it is taken away, when it is taken away in a marriage, let me tell you, that marriage is in crisis and is only waiting to collapse.
Hmm.
I will end here for now.
I have some follow up questions for you, Jimmy. Thank you for that. You got me. If I'm being
Good.
honest, you got me kind of like reevaluating myself, kind of like putting myself in the mirror to kind of watch a little bit. But I really like you said some really profound and powerful things, right? And the only thing that I can just sit here and think about, um, is do you think that people are getting married without really looking at the partner if that's the individual they can actually see as a leader and respect them? It's just they're just looking at people at a surface level and not really thinking deep, to say like, you know what, um this man, I see him on this level, like, like when we look at the authority of homes and family and how God designed that. I said that on here before, that I truly believe that marriage was not designed by man and it wasn't designed by any type of governmental. It's God handiwork, and the way he designed it, if you really understand it, then you understand how the family structure work. And I just feel like it's really taking me some time. I think as I'm getting older and understanding things from a different, perspective, like we all grow, and learn things. I'm starting to understand, what marriage really is. And when I sit and think back and look, and I'm like, wow, we really make a lot of mistakes in life where we don't really sit to look at the importance. It's just, oh, this is how you make me feel, the fluffiness, right? We love each other, we look good together, it sounds right. So why not? And then we use this verb, what God had joined together that no man put asunder, right? But are we really sitting from a perspective from how God really look at relationship and marriage and how it's designed? Are we really choosing our partner based on that and looking at, do you think these divorce and things that are happening is when people really get to that realization and say, wow, I don't think I can really, I believe in this person leadership, or I believe in this, my husband or my wife. I don't think, or does a man look at a woman and say, wow, we're married, but I don't believe that this is really designed by God, that we're really supposed to be together and this is how it's supposed to go. I think we just got in the moment. We went back now. Our eyes are open. Reality have hit. And then the woman that said, well, I don't believe in you. Do you think all of that pound together, do you think that's what bring all these chaos where respect is not mutual in a relationship?
Um, First of all, before a man marries a woman, or a woman accept to be married to a man, she must evaluate. He must evaluate. What are things that you see in him that is common to you? What are things that he sees in her that is, that are common to him? You see, most of the time you see people go to the court and they use a big book, incompatible.
No,
So
irreconcilable differences.
when did you become incompatible? You see, and that is why a relationship should not just jump from knowing, from meeting, from friendship straight to marriage. No, go through the stages.
What are those stages?
Marriage does not come, marriage does not bring respect, but respect
That's what I
comes,
think it is.
with marriage.
Mm.
Hmm? Marriage does not come with respect, but respect comes with marriage. That means don't wait for you to get married before you think you will start respecting the man or you will start respecting the woman. Start respecting them before you get married so that when you get married, you're bringing in, that respect to the marriage. I don't believe in a saying where people say, oh, after marriage, the person will change. No, after marriage, nobody change. In fact, it makes it worse. If the man was cheating and you say, oh, I will just bear it, when we get married, you will change. No, after marriage, you will not stop. If she was cheating, if she was disrespectful while you were still dating and you ignore it, you say, oh, when we get married, she will change. No, when you get married, she will not change. In fact, it will get worse because now there is legal bending. Now she feels entitled. Now he
Mm.
feels entitled. See? So respect goes a long way. And I always tell people marriage is not the end, it's not the last stage of relationship. No, the final stage in a relationship, in a marriage, is partnership. You form partnership. That means you have getting rid of the I. It is now we, us, our, our children, not my child, not my children. Our money, not my money.
Well,
You see?
Jimmy, we could go on. Let's try to hear from everybody else.
Go on and on and on and on and on and on. But respect is the foundation that nurtures love and trust in a relationship.
Right. So
You brought up
let me hear
something.
from you guys. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Thank you. Let's hear. Yeah, Richmond, what did you say?
Jimmy had brought up something that I've pretty much heard so many times, which is pertaining to money. That if a man works, his money is for everybody, but when the wife works, then that money is for her and her alone. And then
No,
the
that's
same
not what
way,
I'm
the
saying.
wife. No, and that's not what you're saying. You
Yeah,
said
okay.
it's our. Yes, you
Yes.
said it is our money, whether
Hmm.
him or her, it is
Yes.
everybody's money together. But I'm
Yes.
saying now women have formed this habit that they feel like their own money is theirs, and they always use the same speech as it is the man's responsibility. He's responsible for funding everything in the house. His money is the one that needs to be spent. So
Because
that's
society made it that I'm sorry to say that that's not something that I don't think every woman. I think society, modern Westernized society, made it that way. It became a trend, and now everybody is just going along with it. And then
Yeah,
the
but at the same
men, your fellow men are also saying that I don't need a woman money. She can keep her money. I will sponsor everything. So it has been embedded in women's mind, in their head, that their money is their money.
hmm.
They're crazy. But I don't believe that.
But then if
I
you
don't
look
believe
at them, where do you think they are now?
Here is
Divorced.
the key. Here is the key, though. Here is the key.
that.
You see, we African, we are very good at copying the wrong things from the Westerners. In a typical redneck home,
See me.
there is this thing of partnership. The man doesn't pay all the bill while the woman does nothing with her money. You know about a home. No,
I disagree though. I'm gonna
I'm
tell you.
coming.
I don't think black.
I'm,
I disagree. I
I'm coming.
disagree. I think black women spend a lot. Mm-mm. I disagree.
No,
Black
I'm
women
coming.
just believe in saving their money for future in case the man decides to leave them, then they'll have something to go back to and have their own secret stash stashed somewhere that they can
Because
use to get
you know
married
Rich,
what,
back.
and that's
rich
something
man,
that we're going to discuss on
rich man.
here. I
You
have
know
that topic
what I
on
call
one of my lists that I want us to talk
rich
about.
man,
So, Richmond, just
and that is the reason why the rate of divorce among among African is so high because you are in a marriage, but you are saving for the day when the man divorce you. That means you are already thinking of divorce. So the day anything happen, you are the first that will run to the court for divorce. You see, and that is where the problem is. And that is where I bring in this final portion of the stages in marriage, which is partnership. Listen, let's say we are in a business. You have 50% and I have 50% in our business.
mhm.
Okay, you will not make a decision without my consent. You will not take a decision, how do you call it? You will not just decide unilaterally. You see, you will consult, you will get opinion. We will build consensus for us to move forward. You see, but wherein the man says, okay, don't worry, I will pay the bills, I will do this, I will do that. Listen, you, the woman, when a man tells you that, you should know that that man, that man is already starting to gain ownership of that very place that you're living. Because
All right.
the day something happened, I pay the bills in this house. So if modern women have sense, when a man tells you that, as a modern woman, when a man tells you, oh, I got it, don't bother, no, tell him, say no. We're here together and we do it together. When you say that to a man, that man would think, no, this is not a regular woman.
Hmm. You sure? I beg go.
But most women, because they want to be mean to themselves, they are first mean. Look, women are first mean to themselves before their partner.
All
You
right,
see?
guys. We have 20 minutes. Let's try to get other things in.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you. Let's hear from River Says Pro with all the Before I drop another thing that I want us to quickly discuss, um, I, I don't know if I should ask it first before I let Robusta Pro go. So, how do couples show respect even when they disagree? Like, I strongly believe that's where you know the strength of a relationship. Um, if I can be angry with you and I can still show you grace and respect, then I believe in your authority. I feel like a lot of marriages are not like they're it, like I said earlier, I feel like a lot of marriages are just going on because one, it feels good, looks good together. Okay, we've been dating for that long, like the time frame. So it's only right for us to just, you know, get married. But I'm just thinking like things that I see and things that I hear, if you don't respect your partner, like, which means you don't understand where that person is going and the value that they hold for that family, and you don't believe in a vision for the family. It's kind of like you joining an organization. Like recently, you guys starting an interview with few organizations, and my top questions that I always ask is about like the culture of the place and what is your vision and what is the mission and things like that. If I look at it and it's something that doesn't align with what I believe as somebody that's coming in to add value to your organization and also learn as well, you're adding values to me and I'm adding value to you. If that doesn't align with me, then I don't think I want to be there, because at the end of the day, I would just start complaining from the door, right? When I walked in, right? So I just feel like when women get into a marriage, I believe in treating it like that, like a job, because you're building a relationship that you have to consider. This is somebody who's gonna make decision of for you when you're going. It's if God forbid you're laying in that bed and they gotta say, well, should we pull that plug or should she die, or what are we doing? Like, I wish people would look at it on that. If you don't believe in that person's vision of where you feel like your family should be, and which I believe women should have vision for what their future family should be, and then when you meet that man and that vision both align, and the man has a higher vision for that family, and it falls right into what you imagine your office, that I call it like the nurturing part of it, even though now we all work and we have to support, but what you're built for, if you cannot imagine that and see how valuable it is for the family and for you and to lead you in the right path to nurture you, there's no reason to be in that relationship and to end it up in marriage. So the question is, how do you think um respect should be shown when there's a disagreement? Like what
But
does that
but
look like?
fee,
Yeah.
let me just do something quick.
Uh-huh.
I know Jimmy had a whole thing like a whole marriage counseling thing. But I think I think one of the problem is with what you just said and what Jimmy said. I heard Jimmy talking about when you into a business, 50%. See, when we taking relationship, respecting relationship and comparing it with and what you said to fee where you go to a company. Remember a lot of those companies they have memorandum of understanding. They have strict rules. Like my company, like where I work, like they got a zero phone policy. They got
Right.
they so for me, if we try to compare those organizational structure with relationship, that's where the problem coming.
Okay.
Because for you feel you look like one of those kind of straight women, you want thing, but it feel you can't if you do that because
Not
in a
always.
relationship,
I'm very chill.
yeah, in a relationship, it's not like the company. When you go, the people lay down their rules. You violate the rule, they tell you say the first violation is a point this that dismissal. Those are set rules that been there. When it comes to relationships, so I posted a question over there. You know,
Hmm.
And I think the word respect for me is kind of broad now. I think it's becoming so broader. Like for example, me and wifey. So we usually, and I wanted to ask you guys this before you can answer your question. So we usually, when big days coming, I don't know if you guys experience it too, but when big days coming, her family, my family, we kind of like Christmas, we split up. But there are times that I send money to people behind her. Hopefully she ain't watching. But
We're all
so
guilty. I'm guilty
yeah,
as
but it
can
is,
be.
uh,
Watching.
we would. So when you guys see that as disrespect, because for me, there are people that she doesn't know. Yeah, she know my family. She know my immediate family. They know, but there
Andrew,
are
please share the
people
show
like
with
friends
Madam
who go
Rosa
through
Pro.
friend.
Huh?
Andrew, please share the show with Madam Rosa Pro.
I
So
can pretty much answer the question to that
She's
though.
not
I,
on Facebook,
so
so too
so
bad.
yeah. So
I
so
can pretty much give you an answer to that on what you can
yeah,
do.
yeah. I come in, but I've been feeling the answer. So yeah, do you guys, because it is, we don't have a joint account, nothing, but there are people within my circle. There are people I grew up with, that friends, my childhood friends. They got emergency issue, and I can't go there and say, oh, honey, I want to. And she'll be like, who the other person? So for me, I just try to avoid all that stuff. I would just thank God they got it. Listen, with now you ain't got to go to. They used to book me for when I go to Money Grand. I always keep the receipt in the car. They will find it, but now you can do it. So, God, Rachel, and other people, do you think? Do you got, because we have brought in the whole respecting? Do you think? Do you see that as disrespect?
To me, I don't
Mm-hmm.
really see it as disrespect, but in regards to that, to
Mm-hmm.
avoid situations like that ever happening, I'll take it as the husband can have his own account, his wife can also have the own account, but there should be a joint account. That joint account is what both of you are entitled to, which basically means both of you have to be aware of whatever comes out of that account. If you have
I
that
agree.
separate account, whatever goes in there, that is for you to do whatever you want to do with. If you want to use it to go and buy whatever fancy things, that's equivalent to an allowance.
Uh
And
huh.
my sister was one that taught me that. She said they take all their incomes, they put it into one account, then they will now take an allowance that goes into a separate account for each of them. And whatever they do with that, that is on the husband or the wife. Nobody says anything about that because that is your personal thing to do whatever you want. That
I
saves you from
agree.
that headache. But yes, it is
Okay.
also good to let your wife know
Mm-hmm.
because you never know, maybe she would also want to help out because that's where
Okay.
I take it as she might be willing to also help that friend
Mm-hmm.
of yours or that family member of yours by bringing some extra money, and you wouldn't know if you don't let her know. So
Okay.
that at least still keeps that connection there because that way you guys are 100% with each other. Whatever it is, everybody is aware of it, and it saves you guys from having that distrust. Because if you don't tell her now, then she's gonna feel like you don't trust her and she'll feel like you're
Right.
hiding it. And that one now is what now leads to women now feeling as if their husband is out there cheating on them. But little will she know that you're actually doing something that is more valuable to help another soul. But she might feel like you are sending money to another female, but you are using some other family name as a way of hiding it. You never know. Women think in various ways. So it might seem like,
Rita, don't give our
Yeah,
secrets.
because
but to
Rachel,
me,
because
it's not a disrespect, but to them, they might take it as a disrespect. So
yeah,
create
yeah,
a separate account and have that joint account as well.
you're right. But even me, I think I think that's the
Rosa,
nature, because me, I
Rosa,
have
you asked
seen.
a question.
Uh,
Allows all to
yeah,
allow
I
to
come in,
contribute.
Jimmy. Yeah, come in, Jimmy. Let me make her guilty too. So I have seen people from money gram in the car, but for me, I don't know. I just look at it and I say, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm different. Like, I didn't go and ask it. Oh, who is this person? Who is this person? I was like, oh, because I have trust in your, what I'm saying. So I don't. But if you flip it around, if it was me, you know. she'll probably be there. Hey, who's this? Why? I don't know about it. But for me, I see it. I'm like, okay, maybe that's a family. Maybe that's a.
Let
I
me
don't.
answer you why. Let me
What?
answer you why.
Wow.
Because one, we don't want no money or food taken from our kids' mouth.
Hey, see,
And and to be honest with you, women spends the most money in home than men. I
true.
don't
True.
care what any man says. Women spends the most because if I ask any of you guys on here that have children, when was the last time you walked in a store that you went in to buy yourself something and you completely forgot what you were buying and bought the kids stuff? When was the last time that you went online and look at, or they bring something home and you're like, oh, we need this? Or women know the entire four corners of their house, what's needed.
That's
We
true. That's true.
beautify everything, so we spend more money. I'm not saying like it's okay for us to be like, oh, why here? But I'm just telling you that's the reason. And 9 times out of 10, the money that we spend, it goes right back to the family.
Hmm.
So that's
Yeah,
Okay.
the
I agree.
reason.
I agree.
Uh, River says Pro.
Yeah, buddy.
Every couple must have
Mm-hmm.
full accounts.
Huh?
Every couple
Uh-huh.
must have full bank account.
What you mean joint account? When you say full bank account, what you mean? Individual
No, four
account or
separate, four different accounts. There
You
are
should
four
have
different
five.
categories.
I beat you to that. You should have five.
I'm
five?
Four
coming.
accounts.
Yes.
I'm coming.
Where are coming from all these numbers? I'm not even aware of it.
I'm coming.
Oh, just a second. Let Jimmy land and I'll let you know
Uh,
why five.
the
Mm-hmm.
first, the account number one is joint saving. Account
Hold on,
number
Jimmy.
two.
1 second, 1 second. Sorry. In my state, I mean, in some state, it's mandatory. Why if it's not mandatory? Because you can just say the must. If you say must, some state don't, some state married couple don't have to have joint. Do I have to?
No, it's
So,
not a requirement in
No, it's
order
not a
to make
requirement.
sure you're properly communicating how
okay,
your
okay,
funds are
okay,
dispersed.
It's not
okay.
a
Yeah.
Go ahead,
requirement.
Jimmy. I just wanted to clarify that it's
Account,
not
Yeah.
mandatory.
It's not a
account
mandate.
number one.
No.
Account number one is joint saving.
Mm-hmm.
Account number two is joint operation.
Huh?
Joint operation. Joint
Jimmy just for
operation.
the horse account to pay the bills.
Oh, so you mean the checkings account?
Yes.
Yeah, they're checking the pay bills.
Okay. And then the other two is your individual account. Each of
Mm,
you
yeah.
have your individual account.
So,
Okay.
mhm.
If you want to make it five, you want to have extra saving outside of your joint saving. That's on you. Okay. But every couple who want to be successful must have full account. Okay. Um, and then when it comes to sending money or giving handout to people, all right,
Yeah.
there are some responsibility that you both must undertake together, and that must come from your checking account. For example, care for immediate family members, your father-in-law, your mother-in-laws,
Hmm.
your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law.
Really?
I,
Wait,
I
so
beg
why
to
is
differ. I have been
father
listening.
and mother-in-law is all
I,
I care about
I,
though?
Yeah.
Sister and
Yeah.
sister-in-law
Yeah.
are not
I
of
Yeah.
have
my
been
business.
I have been
Yeah.
quiet.
I
Jimmy,
have no business with
what's
them.
our other
I beg.
extended people?
Jimmy,
no,
Maybe
Jimmy,
I don't
trying
want
to
to
I
put the
cause
money
beg.
for her.
wahala, yo.
Yeah, I
hey,
don't
Honestly,
mind
hey,
for me.
Jimmy.
hey, I'm not saying those, or sister-in-law, uncle-in-law, auntie-in-law. No, but those are extended. But I mean, like for the father-in-law and the mother-in-laws, you know, they are expenditure that should come from your
No,
joint or checking account.
I
Okay,
disagree. I
unless
disagree.
unless where I'm coming on, I'm coming. Every family can decide how they want to handle that. But in my opinion, I'm providing opinion. All right. You can take it or you can reject it. Okay.
I reject.
So, like in some homes, the man expense to the woman family, and the woman expense to the man's family.
That's true.
You see, that bring, or that open doors for good relationship between the two in-laws. Okay. Now, your sister must not pass behind you to go ask your husband for money.
Oh, they do it a lot.
You see, because there is where manipulation comes in. And and sometimes if you are not careful, your own sister or your own brother can be sleeping with, your somebody you
Hey,
don't know.
hey, Allah.
You
Jimmy.
see? So,
Jimmy.
No, no, Jimmy, I disagree with that one.
my man, you
It
can
happens.
disagree
It
with me.
happens.
You can disagree with me as much as you want, but I I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. Okay? I know
It
what I'm
happens in
saying.
our community. It does.
A
It
lot,
does. Yeah.
a
I've seen
lot.
it happen before, so I'm not arguing with him on that one. It's true.
Uh-huh.
I
So,
heard the co-host wanted to say something. Go ahead and Jimmy. We're running
yeah.
out of time, guys. We gotta hustle.
So if you want to be good to other people like friends outside, you can do that from your personal, account, and the woman should not have issue with it. But if it is something that requires our knowledge, you know, always let her know. Let her know. And one advice I would give is that don't expense money to somebody that she's suspicious of.
So true. Yep, I agree.
And you, the woman, don't expense money to a guy that your husband is suspicious of. Because the day either of you find out, it opens Pandora box.
Thank you.
Something I wanted to say, I will keep it for my closing.
Thank you. Let's hear from the co-host. Thank you for popping on real quick.
The
Well,
day
Fee,
when
Fee, Fee,
Yeah.
Fee. Why you don't chastise your co-host? The man can last minute. No, yeah, man, co-host, people can hear. The co-host can kind of end of the show. When they say co, that word it mean you have to get a CO. The man can at the end, then you go, Andrew, we coming, demo you.
I
Yeah, I
told
need
him,
to
man,
know
I
that
come and
fifth
get you
account
that
though.
role.
You said five
Okay, this
accounts. P, I need to know what
it,
that
it,
last account
you,
is, please.
you know, Rosa Pro, you will not spoil family shit.
they got
So you will not spoil
That
family
man get
shit.
a challenge. I already gave him. He knows. We talk about it.
Don't
He got
worry,
a challenge. I'm waiting tomorrow morning to see that challenge.
you receive a challenge. Don't worry. Okay, interesting
all right.
topic, and again, I didn't really plan to be on the show. I wanted to monitor from the OXA. I was actually watching from the OXA,
They got
but
co-host. They
I
need to
noticed. No, hey, I'm a man. What's up, bro?
My people time
No,
now,
You,
man.
Jimmy,
Let's
that
go
Jimmy,
in.
you
that
know
Let's
Jimmy.
what?
go.
We are not me nyema do it.
Oh, Pastor.
Hey, don't dig a bag of bag
Oh,
of Jimmy. I say,
okay,
"Mo."
okay. So, but
Well, do a Pastor show here one day so you can teach me.
that's is important, to note. Sorry, we don't have much of time for me to speak on this matter, but I would just want to start quickly on the issue of respect and marriage. The first thing, yeah, I think you saw some, you know, some values, some characteristics of the person you saw before you married to the person. And in a relationship, mutual respect is also good in a relationship. It's something that both of you have to work on, and both of you have to earn. If you saw the respect, if you saw somebody you respected them, there's some reason that's why you decided to get married to them. So you will now get married to somebody that you won't want to respect the person. Then that marriage, I think you should trash that marriage in the dustbin. But on the issue of respecting each other joint account, look, for me, I don't see it being so. It's your opinion, Jimmy. But having, you know, lot of accounts, maybe 4, 5 accounts, or say you have a checking account, you have a saving account. For me, if both of you understand each other, we have been saying in past in some of our past shows, we've been talking about this respect, trust. You know, once you respect each other, when you trust each other, there will be no need for you to have too many accounts. The only thing is communication. And we say communication is one of the key characteristics that uphold a relationship. In the absence of communication, that will create doubt. One of the partner or one of the partner will create doubt for the other person. So once you are communicating with each other, it will be good. Then you will forget about all the ones that you're talking about. All many accounts you want to open. So for me, I don't think it's necessary to open many accounts. You open a saving account, you open a saving, and you understand it between one. Oh, honey, can we do something? For my brother, my younger brother. Oh yeah, let's do together. You know, once your communication between the understanding, mutual understanding between the both of you, that will work. But creating so many accounts, for me, I don't see it as being respectful to each other. I think it'd be something that someone want to be secretive of something. But respect must be in a relationship and understanding must be in a relationship. But the key part of that whole entire relationship before the respect come about is key communication. If you cannot communicate, obviously then your relationship will not last in the way that I think it's supposed to last.
Yep.
So I will hold it there and then listen to the rest of you as I sit back in my corner.
I agree with you, Andrew.
Thank
I
you.
agree. I agree. All those accounts will just complicate and bring more problems. That's what I think, though. I mean, just I think.
You think so?
I
So,
think I think Sophie, sorry, but like I take it like in my house, like Andrew said, like in my house, I take care of mortgage, big stuff. I say, okay, say you can watch your African show, your cable, that one are your business, So we been we do it for long. Like it's not we never really had any problem. I think all these different accounts, I think it complicate things, and that's how all these different talking coming from. I mean, once you're honest, like the mother-in-law and thing, yeah, take it like, and then one interesting thing where I say I disagree with Jimmy, because it's I don't know, it's I should say funny or interesting that my family talk to her more, like her more, like they even talk to her more, and she help them more than I help them. Like they don't bring
right.
no, they
They
don't bring
always go
nonsense.
to the wives. They always go to the
Oh,
wives.
oh yeah, they don't bring that nonsense around me with a spider story. I already know that. I say, don't bring it to me, but they will go behind me. So yeah, you can continue, but wait, what Andrew said, I totally agree. For me, I don't believe in all that full fire account. One, there's mutual understanding, there's communication. I believe you can sail smooth, you can have your individual account. If you want to have one extra account, maybe just for bill, but like these bills fluctuate so much that like the heat bill of this month will not be. So I don't. For me, I just don't think there's a set amount that you would open account for me. I mean, that's just my thinking.
I agree to a certain degree, but what most financial advisor would tell couple is that the better you're able to manage your money, the
Mm-hmm.
better it ease a lot of issues, right?
Okay.
I know a lot of households do what works for them, but I would say what really in this modern society, what really works, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, here and there, or whatsoever, right? And it goes back to saying, well, if you have to have all that account, what are we doing? I believe like all the income coming in when you're a couple, it's everybody should be aware of where how much you're making first. Like what's the total, how much when you get a job, what's the offer letter. I would say we always review our offer letter together to look at like what are the benefits and what comes with it and what doesn't come with it, right? And then I agree with Jimmy because there's some things that you might want to do for your spouse that you don't just want to go to that one account and just what I say works for us is the fact that um we agree that, hey, 10% of this gonna go to my, because before I met you, before we got married, I had an account. I'm not gonna go close that checking account. It needs to stay active. That is my account. When we get married, we open an account together as a joint account. And that's where, of course, the other 90% of whatever we make goes to that account. Now, a lot of couples don't know what will happen in 6 months of the job that you're doing, right? So it is advisable for you to have a family saving account, right? A family saving account, that's where initially you should be putting, at least you should be saving for 6 months in case, because on the average, when somebody loses a job, you need about 6 months, and that account is locked. That's something nobody sees, and you don't even know. You just know money's going there, and you don't know it. So that's like, I have my account, you have your account. That's two, right? We have the house account. We will call it house account, right? Where we're putting, for all these bills and things like that that need to be purchased. I don't want to go in an account where we set a certain amount to pay for whatever we've already calculated what the whole bill is going to be on an average, right? And it's already set automatically. You just have to check to make sure it's there. That's already the third account. The fourth account, that's like a savings where, I don't know, a lot of people don't believe in these life insurance and things like that, right? Your life insurance, you need to have that. Every member of your household needs to have it. And for us, that's, how do I say it?
If you're
I'll
looking
bring
for an
someone.
agent, I will give you
Huh?
financial advice on that. I'm a pro on that one.
Trust me, I know someone who's working on me like that with that. Oh, you're a pro. Maybe we can do a little content on that about it for people. But the moment for me or for us, the moment our kids touch the earth, they already have that. So just want to say that. So everybody in a household already that separate accounts, that's, we call it our business account. So that's where that money goes, and that money get taken care of for things like that. If we're doing project back home, those are set amount that is set in there that nobody can even see it or touch it, but it's just there for things that we're working on, things to build up the family that we're working on. That's a checking account. I think that's already four account. I already talked about. And that savings account where you're saving, like, like I said, you saving 6 month rent, or like whatever may happen, emergency funds and things like that that nobody know. The reason I believe that you should have an individual account is because if I want to get you something, I don't know, it just kind of sounds fishy. If I want to buy something for you, then I have to ask you, um, can I use this? And then the questions start coming, what do you need it for? And X, Y, and Z. I need to have that independence. I need to feel like I still have an independence as an individual, not just as your wife or as your partner. I need to have that. On the contrary, I also believe that if I'm sending money to someone, even though I'm using it from my allowance account, I would call it, right? I think it's also respectable to discuss that with your spouse. Hey, I feel like couples gossip anyway, so that partner always end up hearing it. Oh, this person called me about this. Maybe you have more in your entertainment. That's what we call it, our entertainment account. Like if I want to go do my nails, if I want to go do my hair, if I want to go do X, Y, and Z, that fund, that 10% is there. Most of the time, it won't even be used on me. It's end up being used on you. If you need deodorant, you need soap, you need those little miscellaneous things that I feel like I saw something and I want to surprise you with, I'm able to do that. And that's what most people do. But overall, the money that's coming in the house, everybody knows what everybody makes, how much I got paid today, how much you got paid today, and that percentage automatically already taking out of my check. Like from my job, you can like separate where accounts you want this to go to. and it's already done for you there, and that money get dispersed, and nobody is like, oh, so I know when somebody said, well, I'm going to hang out with the boys, I know you ain't touching our bill money. You're going to go check or you go empty all that account. Now it's like, oh, we're supposed to pay the light bill. Well, I had an emergency. I ended up using it. I don't think it's a must, but I think ideally it's helpful because it helps you kind of like visualize where your funds are going and what's happening here and there. So that's why I said 5 account. We have things that we're working on, like projects back home and things like that. So it's better for us to have like that extra account where sometimes, with your bank, if you do it like a mutual funds and things like that, it's growing and those things are adding up, and then the money is not just sitting there, it's growing. So that's why I think is ideal. But I don't think you should have an account for your in-laws. I don't think you should do that. I don't think. And I think we need to talk about helping family member out, we that from outside, how that really brings strain on the relationship. But I, that la my own opinion there on that one for the account. Um, Everybody's just looking at me. Y'all sound so cricket. When I was saying that, it's like so quiet.
Yeah, say your opinion
Yeah,
with
Yeah,
I
love.
concur with what you said about the accounts thing because trust me, that is something that
Okay.
myself I started doing, so I know.
Yeah. The last part about this that I feel like we didn't really dissect this topic in detail. Like I really wanted us to, but I think we touched on it a little bit. But do you think love can survive without mutual respect? I think you guys kind of answer it. And how do you think modern relationship redefine what relationship means, like partnership means? If we can just each take like 2 minutes, please, let's not make it too long. Like, what do you think? How do you think modern society redefine um, this whole relationship thing? Like, is it based on like what you have, like your assets, and it's not so much of the value that you bring, and a lot of people talk about legacy, right? And we all know a husband and wife without any children is just a couple, right? But once children get added, now is a family. Like when we're talking about building legacy, I hear a lot of people talk about generational wealth and all this other extra stuff. Like it just blows my mind. But what do you think? Like how I wish Anna was still on here. how, how is modern society redefining all these things we talk about that relationship? I know we talk about boundaries, setting boundaries here. Like, do you think that modern society with everybody trying to be independent, you're married but you're independent, you want to do your own thing, like we just talked about the account, like yeah, I want to have my own account. Something you guys said earlier about women saving money, that's something that I really wanted to talk about on here, and I hope I will see if you guys agree we can talk about it tomorrow. Why are women going to school to learn all these degrees when in the end they want to end up being a housewife, and then now like the loans are piled up, but instead of you guys that need water. Sorry, I want to mute myself.
Where is the co-host? The delinquent co-host? Okay, Richard, you wanna
Yes. You want to take my position, Jimmy? Yeah, position here. We also for video. Let me check it. Let me try it because
me and
I
River says
will bully you.
me and River says don't want your position, my man.
I'm just pulling your legs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that remodeling about partnership or stuff they're talking about, and like for me, I think the time is fast spent. We can recast it, rephrase it something, and then push it up to tomorrow, so we all can be able to discuss it again.
Yeah.
Because in modern time, yeah, a lot of things that are happening in the relationship. You know, those of us from Africa, our relationship life, is quite different as compared to in the Western world. You know, so the way we do relationship, from Africa is quite different from how people on this they carry on with a relationship. So if I would suggest that, yeah, maybe we can check chat on it. For me, I don't have much to say on it. I got to do my extensive research on it. Then I come back and make a comment on it tomorrow if we may. But other than that, no, I reserve all my comments right now, and then we can defer it till tomorrow, or we'll be able to discuss it, extensively.
I agree. You guys, I don't know what happened. I got choked on my spit. Oh Lord. I was talking too much. But yeah, we've
You
been
know that.
here almost it's been too late. It's late now. But I agree. I think there's certain part of this that I wanted us to discuss that we really didn't get to. So if you guys agree tomorrow, we can kind of do a part two. It will be like really short, and then we can talk about something else along that line. I don't know what you guys think. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
let's
good.
talk
Let's
about
defer it
our
to
future.
tomorrow.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's
Well,
do it.
thank you guys so much for coming on and sharing, because I was saying I learned a lot just now. There are some things that I have to go think about
Hmm.
in regards to, oh, you guys, I put myself in the dark. You're sorry. Oh, let me mute myself so I can.
Unmute yourself.
Lord. I said that's a sign when that happens, it's time to go, right? Uh, but I was saying, whenever we have these topics, I do my own self evaluation. There's a lot of things I got to think about. And there's something that we'll probably just discuss tomorrow when we close out this topic. There's something that I want to ask about, that I want to learn about in regards to this topic. So I'll save that for tomorrow when we close. But just want to say thank each and every one of you guys for coming on and sharing your thoughts on this topic. I think this is a huge topic that I feel like it's just vague and people just toss it out the window. It's just like, well, be kind to me, be submissive, and all that. But there's more to that. So if you guys want to give like 1 minute of
Eh,
closing so that way we can close it out, that would be great. Um,
I think we should keep the closing for tomorrow. You know.
all right. Okay.
Yeah. Since it continues tomorrow, we should just keep the closing for tomorrow. So our audience will know, can be eager to hear our parting comments tomorrow.
All right. So tomorrow we'll try to find out what are some of those advisable behavior that will help a woman and help a man to keep their relationship going in regards to respect. I know the definition of that is individualized, but just want to make sure tomorrow you guys catch up back on here. Maybe we can come a little bit earlier than we did tonight, if that works for you guys, so that way we can kind of like just cover it. I don't think it should be long, but the pros and cons. I know you guys kind of started talking about, what the positive part um of of respect, like what it does for a relationship, and the negative aspect of that. I want us to look at that tomorrow. So we'll be here tomorrow. Liberian Eminent just popped up. River, River says, bro, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you, Jimmy, for coming on. Thank you, Richard. And thank you to our co-host for popping in, even though y'all gave him the heat. And thank you for coming last minute, like during imminent, because Jimmy was looking for you in the comment section. Yeah, you more confused me again. So Anna was here, but you missed her. So too bad for you, Liberian Eminem. I want to make Jimmy vet before we leave. But anyway, so our viewers and everything, I know you guys have complained about us being here too long. We really have to work on how we deliver really quickly and fast and get to you. But I guess we get too excited when we get here. But with that being said, thank you so much for catching us on here. We will see you here tomorrow to get the closing part of this topic. If you have any comments or question regarding this topic and you want to DM me, go ahead and do that. I am on TikTok at Let's Talk with Miss Fee. Please hit me up, follow my page. I'm trying to figure out how we can go live at the same time on here. Thank you guys. We will see you tomorrow, mañana. Glaucom.
Wait, what?
I'm speaking my Lala Basso that I know. So yeah, you guys have a good night, have a good Sunday, and happy
Christian,
first Sunday.
I, are you in Maryland too?
Who Richard? No.
No, I'm not in Maryland. I'm in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yep.
Okay.
I transition between
Jimmy,
Oklahoma
Jimmy,
City
you
and
got a
Tulsa.
message. I want to be messy a little bit. You got a message.
From where? Oh,
Read it. You got a mail. You got a mail.
It is well.
He's talking about Anna. He's not taking your girl. Don't worry.
it'll be imminent. Don't bring water here. All right, guys. Good night.
All right. Good night, guys. Thank you. Please
Have a
share
good
the show.
night.
Make sure you send us stars and make sure you. You
Madam, I
don't
will
know
call you.
Maryland. I see you later. Y'all have a good night. Like you're Eminem. I sent you a
Madam, I will
message. You
call
didn't
you.
respond to me, and I will not talk to you. Bye bye.
Madam, I will call you. That never call.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much for being on, Rich. I appreciate your time.
No
Thank you.
problem.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye, guys. Bye, Liberia.